here. Are you ready for your full length flow? Today, all you're going to need is yourself on a mat. I actually do have a long band here, guys. Nothing special, just a long TheraBand, just to kind of show you a few perhaps tips and tricks in order to perhaps to kind of get into those techniques a little bit better. You absolutely do not need one, but if you have one, feel free. Now, we're going to go ahead and just pop that down to one side, just in the middle. And we're going to start at the end of our mat with all of that mat behind us. So we're going to bring the chin into the chest, the belly button into our spine. Our feet are about hip distance apart. We can have soft knees for me. Shaking that head, yes. And go ahead and nodding that no. Good. All the other way around. Rolling up for me. Coming up and rolling our shoulders back up at the top. And again, chin into the chest, belly button into the spine, rolling down. Let that head lead the way for me, guys. Let the shoulders fall forward. And exhale, rolling up. Build that spine up, one vertebrae after the other. And we roll those shoulders back. And we're just going to do one more. Chin into the chest, belly button into the spine. Good. So I'm filming this class and it's quite early. So everything feels a little tight in my hamstrings and my back. So this is always a really nice way just to start and rolling back. Good. From here, let's reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Biceps are about in line with our ears. We're going to put all of our weight onto your left foot for me, really grounding down from your big toe to your baby toe. Hover that right foot up off the floor, and we're going to hinge forward like a teeter-totter. Our arms, torso, and leg is parallel, and then we come all the way up. Now, I'm just going to change over to the hardwood floor. The mat makes it a little bit more difficult to balance. We go ahead, again, teeter-totter forward, really grounding down through that supporting leg, and exhale as we come up. And last one for me, we go ahead, hinging forward. Don't worry about how high we can get that leg. Think about how long we can get from the tip of the toe to the tip of the fingers. Relax our arms down. We're going to switch to that second side. Again, reaching the arms overhead, biceps in line with the ears, shoulders away from our ears, and then hover our left foot up off the floor, right foot is fully anchored. We go ahead, we hinge forward for me. Again, thinking about how long we can get that body, and we come all the way up, and again, go ahead, hinging forward, that teeter-totter. Good. And come all the way back up, and last one for me. We go ahead as we hinge forward. Again, how long can we get in that spine? And come all the way up. Come back through center, shake it off. I'm going to make my way back to the mat. Bring our arms into genie arms, cross one leg over the other, and bend the knees and come on down to the floor. Or come on down however you best can, guys. So, go ahead. Feet about hip distance apart for me. Good. We're going to have our hands on the back of those hamstrings. Let's look forward toward that navel and bring that forehead toward the knees for me. From here, we're rounding into that spine from the tip of our head to our tailbone. We go ahead as we begin to lever ourselves back, extending those arms, still keeping that C-curve position. And we exhale as we draw our forehead towards our knees. Again, inhale as we prepare. Exhale as we continue to scoot back to the tag of our pants. And then go ahead on our next exhale. Keep rounded in the spine. Keep scooped in the belly. And sitting up nice and tall for me. Now, either stay there or reach our arms nice and long. Relax our shoulders out by our ears. Take a nice deep breath in. Same exact thing. We tuck that tail as we begin to round back into that C-curve. Pausing here, keep the shoulders out of the ears. And as we exhale, we build that spine all the way up. So we're playing with those two spine movements. We're rounding into that C-curve, making sure that we're really curving from our tailbone to the crown of the head. We're not just slouching in those shoulders. And then we go ahead as we build that spine up so it's nice and tall, that chest is proud. Again, scooping down for me, and we're going to stay scooped down. Let's bring our left arm up to the ceiling, our right arm down to the floor. We switch the arms as we switch and switch. Now notice how as my arms come up, they're not coming all the way overhead. If I were to do that, my chest is moving. I want to keep that C-curve position. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring our arms through even and exhale as we come all the way up. Nice. Now, from here, scoop back just a tiny bit for me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this band, guys. If you have something similar, feel free to if we have problems with our roll-ups. So, let's go ahead. If our legs fully extended, our legs are together, and our feet are flexed up towards our nose. So, I'm just holding on to the other end of this band for me. From here, let's reach up and over those legs for me. So again, we're thinking of scooping that belly. I'm reaching one arm, I'm holding the band with the other. I begin to roll down, levering myself back. And we can go ahead and we can hold on the band with both hands and lying back down. Again, we take a nice deep breath in, exhale, tuck the chin, and we come up and over for me. We can reach the arms over. Now guys, if you don't need the band and you want to go ahead and come just in that normal roll up, feel free to. Same thing applies. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale, we're still keeping that hollowing in that body. But then remember guys, that band is always there as a modification should we need it. We're going to do one more. We're going to dive over those legs and we're going to roll halfway down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we in that scoop round back position? Left arm comes up, right arm comes down. We switch. Familiar territory. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms long. Continue to the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms long. And I want you to not worry about those ribs flaring now or that back coming up off the floor. I'm just going to scooch down a little bit. I came up a bit too far. Good. And I'm going to get you to hold on to your right wrist with your left hand and pull yourself over towards that left side. So we're really getting this nice stretch all the way down that side. Good. Come back through center. Switch over. So we're holding on to our left wrist with our right hand. And we're pulling ourselves over. So again, we're getting that lovely stretch down the side. And come back through center for me. Good. Go ahead, bring our fingertips up to the ceiling and lower them down just above our hips. So I want us to go ahead and think about reaching those fingertips towards the wall in front of us. Tuck the chin, curl up and over, keep our legs squeezed together on the floor and start pumping from those shoulders. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we really keep reaching and vigorously pumping from that shoulder? Good. Hollowing out that midsection. A little gap between our chin and our chest. Good. And squeezing those legs together. Nice. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 32, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 22, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and pause. Lower all the way down, reach our arms over again. And then we're going to go ahead as we reach our arms up. So our biceps are about in line with our ears. Let's flex our toes up towards our nose. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale. Belly button into the spine. Trying to keep our arms parallel to the floor, our ears in between our biceps, and sitting up nice and tall. From here, let's go ahead and hug our right knee in towards our chest. Sitting up as tall as we possibly can, really using that leg to straighten that spine. Our left leg is nice and long. We're going to go ahead as we lift the leg up and lower it back down. We're lifting that left leg up and we're lowering it down. So we really want to be using that active sitting for me, guys. Really using that leg again to pull you up nice and tall. We have 3, nice, and 2, almost there, and 1, keep our leg lifted, flex the foot, come out 1 inch to the side and back in. So whilst we're doing this, guys, really make sure that we're not rounding into that spine, pulling ourselves up tall, and really make sure that the hips are staying forward. So we're not twisting out to the side. We have last 1, back through center, and can we pulse the toe up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Oh, we're going to switch sides, guys. I know you knew that was coming. So, again, hugging that left leg in for me, really pulling it in. From here, let's go ahead and flex our right foot. We're going to lift it up and lower it down. So every time we lift that leg, we're thinking about sitting up just that little bit taller. We have 4, almost there, and 3, yes, and 2, shoulders relax from our ears, and 1, can we keep lifted? We come out 1 inch to the side and in, and out 1 inch, and in, and we have 4, keeping the hips square to the front, and 3, hugging onto that left knee, 2 more, and last 1, come back through center, pulse the toe to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down, so good. Extend both legs, reach our arms over and rolling back down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax our arms down by our side. Now guys, we're going to come on to our single leg circle. I'm going to show you a quick modification or a tool to use if we have tight hamstrings. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to flex our left heel into the floor. From here, we're going to really ground that left leg into the floor. We're going to bring our right leg into tabletop and extend it up towards the ceiling. Let's thread that band over the arch of the foot. So already you can see how it's really helping with that hamstring flexibility, making sure our hips stay level and straight to the ceiling. We're going to go ahead and bring the band into our right hand for me. Let's bring our left hand onto our left hip. We're going to bring the leg across to the opposite shoulder. We're going to circle that leg around and bring it back up. So you can see I'm helping, just like as if I was holding a horse on the reins, I'm helping that leg make that circle. Checking in with my left hand on my hip to make sure that that hip isn't popping. Good, you got it. Circle around and center and pause. Last one, and of course we absolutely can do this without that band. And let's change directions. We come out and around and back in. It's slow to come out and quick to circle and pause. So we can really make sure that we've got lots of control, keeping that body completely still. Last one, and around and back in. Good. Bending that leg, just unhook that foot and straightening it out. Now, from here, let's flex our right foot into the floor. We're trying to get that back of that leg into the floor. We're going to bring our left leg up into tabletop. Again, if you're using that band, hook it. Otherwise, we're going to all bring our right hand to our hip and extend our leg up to the ceiling. Whether we've got the band or not, we're coming to the opposite shoulder and we're circling and we're centering and we pause. We cross and we circle and we center and pause. Now with that right hand, we're really making sure that we're being strict and that is not popping up off of the floor at any time. Last one, and around and back in. Other direction, we come out to the left and we circle and we center and pause. And this is where that tactile feedback on that hand being onto the hip is so useful, because if it's going to pop, it's generally going to be when the leg comes out to that side. Good, and circle and center and pause, and last one, and around and back in. Bend the leg, let's take the band, pop it to one side. Let's reach our arms overhead. Let's flex both toes up towards our nose. Let's transition up with a roll up. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we come up and over, sitting up nice and tall. From here, scooting your bum forward. We're coming into rolling like a ball. So make sure you've got plenty of room behind us. We don't want to be crashing into the furniture. Holding on to the back of your hamstrings or the outsides of those ankles, whatever best serves you. Look down towards that navel. So remember, guys, all of that warm-up routine that we did with creating that roundness from our tailbone to the crown of our head. Now it comes into play, guys, because we can't roll if we have a flat back. Look towards our navel, tuck that tail. We go ahead, we inhale to roll back to the shoulders. And we exhale as we come back up and catch ourselves. Notice my spine is still rounded. Inhale to roll back. Exhale to come up and pause. Now, we're never going back to our neck, guys, ever. Only ever the top of our shoulders. 3 more. Beautiful. And 2 more using our abs as the accelerator and our brake. And 1 more. And lower our feet down. Scoot back just a little bit. We're going to hug that right leg in towards us just like we did before. Extend our left leg nice and long. Let's hold on to our shin with both of our hands. We're going to raise that left leg up just a few inches, and we're going to roll that down just to the tip of our shoulder blades, keeping in that position for me. So we're hugging that right knee in towards our chest. Our left leg is extended. We take a nice deep breath in and we go ahead as we switch and switch and switch and switch. And we have 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug both legs in and lower down for me. Go ahead, look to the left, look to the right for me, just relaxing that neck. And then let's go ahead and both of our hands onto a shin each. Tuck the chin, curl up and over. Can we keep looking at our thighs? We reach our arms in one direction, our legs in the other, and we bend the knees and collect those legs back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale as we bring it back in. We have 3. Can we keep looking at the thighs? And 2. Of course, we can bring the head down if we need to. And 1. And circling, collect. And lower down. Again, look to the left, look to the right. Relaxing that neck. Holding on to the back of our right hamstring. Our left leg extends a few inches above the floor. We tuck our chin as we reach that right leg up to the ceiling. We can hold on to the calf or the ankle, and we switch those legs as we switch and switch. Can we reach our shoulders away from our ears? Can we keep the hips square? And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug everything in, lower down. Again, look to the left. Look to the right, come back through center, and cradle one hand underneath the other on the nape of our neck. Take a nice deep breath in as we curl up and over to that right side. Our left leg goes ahead and extends, and we switch to that opposite side as we switch. Now, whilst we're doing this, can we keep our elbows nice and wide? Can we think about our head being heavy into our hands and not the other way around? We have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come back through center, lower down, just bring those knees in, relax the neck, extend both legs up towards the ceiling, tuck our chin, curl up and over, lower our legs down for 1, 2, 3, and exhale to lift. We lower 1, 2, 3, and lift. Last 2, 1, 2, 3, and lift. Last one, and 1, 2, 3, and lift. Hug the legs in. Rock a bit from side to side. Lower both feet down to the floor. And go ahead and bring our fingertips up towards the ceiling. We're going to have our hips, our knees, our ankles all in alignment. Take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we peel the bum and we roll all the way up into our bridge, stretching out those hip flexors. Take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we roll down from our breastbone all the way to our tailbone. And again, we go ahead as we peel to roll up. Now, can we relax our shoulder blades down into the floor so we're not rounding those shoulders and reaching too far up to the ceiling? Good. We have 3 more. And controlling back down. And 2 more. And lowering back down. And last one, can we stay lifted for me? Can we put all of our weight into our left foot as our right leg comes into tabletop? Can we go ahead? Can we dip the toe to the floor? And can we exhale to lift? Now remember that tray of Starbucks, guys. We don't want a latte falling off the side. We want to keep it nice and level. And we have 3, almost there, and 2. And last one for me, lower the foot down, get those hips up nice and high if they've fallen. Right foot stays into the floor, left leg comes into tabletop. We dip that toe for 6 and exhale to lift. 5, squeezing the glutes. 4, keep nice and relaxed in that collarbone. 3 more, almost there. And 2, how's our lattes looking? 1, and lower the foot down and come all the way down. Now, can we go ahead and bring our heels together, put our toes apart. Our knees are now going to be shoulder distance apart. Keep reaching those fingertips up, but again, relax our shoulders down. Taking a nice deep breath in, exhale, coming into that first position bridge. Hips up, ribs down, and melting down one vertebrae after the other. And again, we peel as we roll up, and we melt all the way down. So again, really getting that nice sequential movement in that spine, and melting back down. Last one, we're going to stay lifted. Now, again, same pattern, but a little trickier. Putting all of our weight into our left foot, keeping the structure the same as we bring our right leg into a turned out tabletop. We dip that toe and we exhale to lift. I know, now this is really quite challenging actually, guys. I think a couple of lattes are going to be spilling, I can feel it. Good. We have 2 more, keeping that nice turned out position. 1 more. And lower the foot down to the floor. Can we stabilize again? Lift those hips if they drop, lay minded a little bit. From here, put all of our weight into our right foot. Our left leg comes into that turned out tabletop. We inhale to dip. We exhale to lift. Now the obliques are working overtime here because all your body wants to do is twist. And we're trying to keep square to that ceiling. Good. We have 3 more. Can we keep strong in that supporting leg? And 2 more. Keep them relaxed in that upper body still. 1 more. And lower that foot down. Keep those hips lifted. And then melt all the way back down. Gorgeous. Go ahead. Soles of our feet together. Just let our knees come out to the side. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Just releasing those hip flexors and inner thighs. And then go ahead, help our legs back together. So, still keeping our legs bent, but walking our feet out quite substantially. So now we just have just a little bend. We're going to extend our right leg nice and long. Let's squeeze our knees together and reach our arms overhead. Still keeping those ribs melted down. We inhale as our arms come up and then exhale as we come up into that teaser. Eyes towards those toes, knees still together, and we melt back down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, arms come up, exhale. Come up, 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 up. Tucking that tail still, chest is proud. We come down. teasing gravity on the way down. And last one on this side. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale. Knees are still together if we can. Eyes towards the toes. Switch the legs over like a little can-can. Rolling down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale. Chest is proud, tail is tucked. Teasing gravity on the way back down. And one more. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we come up. Lower the leg, extend the legs and sit up nice and tall. Can we go ahead and just have those legs about mat distance apart? We're sitting up as tall as we possibly can. Can we reach our arms into a T position? Sitting up as tall as we can into those sit bones. Rotate towards that right side and soar off that baby toe with our pinky for 3 and 2 and 1. We come all the way up and back through center. Inhale and exhale to the left. Soar off our baby toe with our pinky. Reaching that back arm back. And come all the way up and back through center. One more each side. As we rotate, can we really ground down that opposite hip? And 3, 2, 1. We come all the way up, back through center. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Ground down our right glute. 3, 2, 1. We come all the way up and back through center for me. Lowering those arms down. Bend the knees. Scooch our bum forward. Holding on to the back of our hamstrings. So I want you to go ahead and scoop down into the tab of our pants for me, rounded spine, and then exhale, pulling that chest up proud. So remember those 2 back positions we talked about, rounding into that spine, and exhale as we're coming back up. Now, one more, we're going to stay rounded down. We're going to lift those legs still about shoulder distance apart, up into a tabletop. We're going to roll down with a rounded spine to our shoulders. As we come up, we're pulling on those legs and bringing that chest up proud. Again, rounding into the spine, rolling back, coming up, bringing that chest up proud. Good. Now maybe the next time we can extend those legs at the end. We go ahead, rolling back, come all the way up and extend those legs if we can. And bend. Last one, rounded spine. Come all the way up. Extend the legs. Maybe our legs stay extended and we do the last one with straight legs. We go ahead, rounded back. We come all the way up, pulling on those legs pulling on the hands. And then we bend our legs, hug our legs in, and round over for me. So we're just relaxing everything. Perfect. From here, let's go ahead and extend our legs fully. Let's reach over those legs and roll back down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms, lower our arms to the side, and let's go ahead and move on to our right side. So I'm going to keep my head propped so I can feel like I'm seeing you, but you absolutely can use your arms as a little pillow. We're going to have our back lined up against the back of the mat for me. Our legs are stacked, and then we're going to bring them into this L-shaped position. So from here, let's flex the feet. Let's lift our leg up to about hip height and lower back down. Now, can our hips stay stacked? Can our shoulders stay stacked? We have 8, keeping that foot flexed, and 7, so we're looking like we're an L shape, and 6, keeping that leg parallel, and 5, nice long in the waist, 4, almost there, and 3 more, good, and 2 more. Last one, can we stay lifted? Can we pulse that leg up? Still with a flexed foot, we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we circle that leg forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we reverse that circle? For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and can we lower it down? Give that glute some love, guys. Go ahead, bring our legs back and roll onto our tummy. Let's bring our arms into genie arms and relax our forehead down. Our legs are going to be nice and long, about hip bones distance apart, and we're going to have our legs parallel, so our kneecaps and our toes are down to the floor. I want you to push our pubic bone down and lift our belly button up. Now, I'm not going to see a lot of change there for you, but you're going to feel more anchored. From here, we level those hips upward. We lift just our right leg up and lower it down. Same exact thing again. We lift that leg and lower it back down. We have another 6. Again, not worrying how high we can get. Think about how long we can get through that leg. Good, you got it. And we have another 3 and lowering back down. And 2 more, almost there. And last one and lower, switching sides. We lift our left leg up and back down. Now, whilst we're doing this, can we make sure that we're not lifting that hip up off the ground? We want to be grounding everything down. It really is just very isolated with that one leg lifting and lowering back down. And we have 3, good, and 2 more, almost there, and 1 more, and lower. Now, can we go ahead as we lift both legs up and lower them down? As we lift, can we keep that upper body completely still? Again, how long can we get in those legs? We have another 4. We have 4. And lowering back down. And 3 more. Hang in there, guys. And 2 more. Good. And last one, can we stay lifted now? Let's flutter our legs back and forth for 1. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, nice long legs, 8, 9, 10, we have 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower those legs down. Now that didn't look like a lot, but goodness, you can feel those hamstrings. Now, let's go ahead and turn our legs out into that lateral rotated position. From here, I want our legs to be about shoulder distance apart. We're going to bring our heels together as we bend our knees and flex our feet. Our knees stay wide, so we're now in this little frog position. Again, think about pushing our pubic bone down and lifting our belly button up. We take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we lift our soles to the ceiling and we lower back down. And again, we go ahead as we lift and lowering back down. We have 4 and controlling back down. And 3, can we keep everything else in that body silent? And 2 more. Good. Last one, can we stay lifted and can we pulse the soles to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Extend those legs. And can we go ahead and sit back into that rest position for me? Just stretch that back out. Let's thread our right arm underneath of our left armpit so we're getting that nice little spinal rotation. And then come back through center and reach our left arm underneath of our right armpit. And we come back through center and we roll all the way up. And then can we go ahead as we turn ourselves around onto that second side for me. So again, I'm keeping so I can see you. Our back is lined up against the back of the mat, and let's bring ourselves into that L position, or as L as that looks for you today. Hand is just relaxed for me, flexing our feet, stacking our hips and our shoulders. We lift that top leg up to about hip height and we lower back down. Again, can we keep relaxed in that torso for me? Can we keep long in that waist? Good. And again, we have another 5 and 4. Keep looking straight forward so we're nice and relaxed in that throat area. Good. And we have 3 more, almost there. And 2 more, hang in there guys. 1 more, can we stay lifted? Can we pulse that leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we circle forward? Almost like we've got a dish rag on the bottom of our foot and we're cleaning that wall. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we reverse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Give that boot a pat. Go ahead, roll onto that tummy. This time we're going to have our neck nice and long. We're going to hold our hands together and just reach them up towards our shoulder blades. Let's bring our left cheek to the floor for me. We're going to go ahead as we lift the legs up, bend at the knees and pulse our heels to our bum for 3, 2, 1. We're going to extend at the legs, pull on our hands, swan up and then over. So our right cheek is coming to the floor. Hands come up to our shoulder blades. We pulse for 3, 2, 1. Pull on our legs, pull on our hands. Get nice and long in that spine and lower down. Our left cheek comes to the floor. We pulse for 3, 2, 1. Pulling on those hands. Swan the chest up. Can we get as straight as an arrow and lower down to our left cheek. We pulse for 3, 2, 1. Pulling on those legs and those arms. And can we lower down for me? So we're going to reach our arms like Superman. Let's go ahead and separate our legs so they're about shoulder distance apart. Neck is nice and long. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to lift our right arm and our left leg up. From here, let's switch over for me. So our left arm and right leg, and we switch and switch. We have 10, 9. Our neck is neutral for me, so there's no creases or wrinkles on the back of our neck. Our pubic bone is pressed down, our belly button is lifted up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. Hands underneath of our shoulders. Again, pushing back into that child's pose position for me. Now, from here, I'm going to get you to come into a little bit of a runner's lunge. Push our body forward so our shoulders come over our wrists. We're going to thread our right foot just inside of that right hand for me. Breathe in here for me. Nice. Now, as we come back, can we go ahead and before we do that, just move our left knee a little bit more underneath of the hip. We're going to reach this leg right back into an arabesque position. And then we're going to come into 3 push-ups for me, lifting the leg as we lower and lowering the leg as we lift. And 2 more. Good. And last one. And lower everything down for me. Good. We're going to do that exact same thing on that second side. Again, take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, go ahead and help our left foot by our left hand. If we need to adjust that knee a little bit more, so it's a little bit forward towards you, feel free to. Take a nice deep breath in, and then as we reach our left leg back for me, we're coming into our push-up for me as we lift the leg, bringing our body up as we lower the leg just to parallel. And again, 2 more. Perfect. And last one for me, come all the way up, lower that knee, and this time let's separate our legs wide and send ourselves back. We're going to walk our arms over to that right side for me, again getting that nice stretch down this side. Come back through center, walking our arms over to that left side, And we go ahead as we come back through center. And then go ahead as we roll up one vertebrae after the other. Good. Nice. Now take a seat onto your bum as I rearrange my hair. From here, we're going to come into a seal. So we're going to open our knees about shoulder distance apart. We're going to bring our arms in between our thighs and just wrap our hands around the ankles. Our arms are pushing into our inner thighs. Our inner thighs are pushing into our arms. We're going to hover those feet up off the floor for me. So again, that rounded back position. From here, we're going to clap our soles of our feet 3 times, letting the movement come from our inner thighs. We clap for 1, 2, 3. We roll back to our shoulders. We come all the way up. We find that still before we clap from our inner thighs for 1, 2, 3. Again, inhale. Exhale, we come up. We clap for 1, 2, 3. And last one. And we come up for 1, 2, 3. Free the arms, release our hands. Now, we're going to do a rock and roll back. And as we come up, we're going to stand up and reach forward for me. We go ahead, hover those feet, rolling back, come all the way up, cross the ankles, and come on up to a standing position. Or guys, just come on up however is best for you. I'm going to face towards you. You face wherever you have space. Let's stand with our feet nice and wide. Let's reach our arms up. We're going to hold on to our right wrist with our left hand. Let's pull ourselves over to the left side and take a quarter turn as we come all the way around and up on that second side. Let's switch hands, holding on to our left wrist with our right hand, pulling ourselves up and over. Again, take that quarter turn as we come around. A glorious stretch in our back. And we come all the way up. Can we free the hands for me? Bring our chin into our chest, our belly button into our spine. Rolling down for me. Good. Breathing here. And then as we exhale, can we roll up for 4, keeping everything relaxed. 3 and 2 and 1. Roll our shoulders back. I'm going to heel toe my feet so they're underneath of my hips. I'm going to have my palms facing forward. Let's bring our left ear to our left shoulder and hold on to our right wrist ever so slightly, giving it a gentle pull down. So we're getting this nice stretch just down, just that fascia, that muscle area. Come back through center, release that wrist. From here, right ear comes to our right shoulder, left palm faces forward. Again, holding on to that wrist, giving it a gentle pull for me. I could do this like 10 times a day and it would still feel wonderful. And release that hand, come all the way up. Shrug our shoulders to our ears, squeeze back, slide down, and 1 for the road, shoulders to our ears, squeeze back, slide down, and those words you've been waiting for, you my darlings, are all done with your full length flow. Have a gorgeous day and I will see you next time.